Hello and welcome back to Desert DIY. If you are new here, my name is Corey. Today I'm going to be using these EcoBuddies brand birchwood disposable silverware to make some crafts out of. Their company reached out to me and asked if I could do a review of their product, and I looked into their product and really liked what they stood for, and I really want to help other companies out right now with the economy struggling the way it is. So I have this old Pier 1 cutting board that I got from a friend. It had some kind of writing on there that just wouldn't come off, and she had tried to scrub it off, but it wouldn't come off. So what I did is I used this black chalk paint in the Waverly brand and repainted it black. This black chalk paint looks exactly like a black chalkboard, so that's why I chose to use this. But back to the silverware, I just want to explain why I liked this company and why I wanted to do some reviews of their product and some DIYs of their products, because it just seemed like it would be a fun challenge. But their company uses all eco-friendly materials. The actual utensils are made of birch wood, and birch trees grow really fast. And plastic throwaway silverware doesn't biodegrade, and these ones do. So these ones you can throw in your own compost pile at home, and they will decompose in about 80 days. So that's way better for our environment. And you guys know me, I like to do trash to treasure, and I like to save the planet and keep things out of the dump. So this was like the perfect product for me to try out, and I really liked how they worked. I've been using them slowly on different meals in my house, and they work really well. So overall, I would highly recommend. But I'm using this chalk pen here. I'm using this chalk pen here to do the outline of the chalkboard. It just looked too plain when it was all black. I thought it just needed a little something, and this way if I mess up I could just wipe it off and it wouldn't make me have to repaint anything. But I just hot glued these on, and it was super simple, and I like the way that the black looks with the light wood. That's really in style right now. It's all over Pinterest and Instagram with the black, white, and this very light wood tone. So I thought that this would be perfect. And I just used a little bit of like raffia, I believe this is called, and made a bow on the top, and that was it. It was super simple, and I am not a bow expert, so don't worry if your bow is not perfect. You can just hot glue it into place, and nobody will ever know that you didn't tie it in the most DIY perfect way possible. Then here's the finished product. I hope you guys like how this one turned out. It really didn't cost much at all to make this. The next piece I'm going to do using these same utensils is I'm going to make kind of like a family lineup using forks and spoons. We have a family of 5. I have 2 daughters and a son, and so I figured it would be best to have the boys as the forks and the girls as the spoons. It just made sense to me. So I'm just lining them up like tallest to shortest and having my kids go in like age order, I guess you could say. And these are thin enough to cut with scissors. And don't worry about my scissors, you guys. These are my crafting scissors. They're not like sewing scissors or anything like that. So these are the ones I use when I'm not worried about making my scissors dull. I stained these wood spoons and forks using Dark Walnut by Minwax. I love Minwax products. No, they did not tell me to say that, but they are just great. I love Minwax. Varathane is pretty similar also. Now I'm just taking this old frame that I've had sitting around forever, and I'm painting the outside of the frame with the same black chalk paint. And I just think that this like rustic, modern farmhouse style is, I just like it a lot. I don't know why I'm really into it right now. But the way I'm going to fix the background for this piece is I'm going to use some spray adhesive, and yes, it came out all crazy, but don't worry, I fixed it. It's not like a blooper that's going to ruin the project. I ended up figuring out how to flatten those big bumps. So for future reference, when you spray, do like a test spray first and get all those chunks out. But I just used the bottom end of the spoon and flattened out the glue, and it worked really well. This is kind of like a decoupage hack, I guess you could say. I'm not going to have anything setting on this surface like a tabletop, so I'm using tissue paper that I got from Hobby Lobby on clearance like years ago. And I'm just going to smooth it out over this spray adhesive, and this is a much faster method than doing decoupage, and it's easier than doing decoupage. So if you're not sure that you can do decoupage, because it's hard, I'm not gonna lie, decoupaging can be very hard, then this might be a method that you'd be interested in. If you were going to do this on something that has a tabletop surface, I would recommend doing some water-based polyurethane over the top after everything is all set and dried. But for this purpose, nothing is going to be setting on it. It doesn't need to be super durable. It's just going inside a frame and getting some cute little forks and spoons on top of it. And once I have it all smoothed out, I'm just going to cut the edges, like the extra parts, off. This part doesn't have to be perfect because the frame itself is going to be covering all these edges. So I just did a rough cut and got all of it all off and did it as fast as I could before my kids woke up from their nap. So now I'm going to glue on these forks and spoons in their family order, like height order, I guess. My husband is much taller than me, so I guess I could have made myself shorter, but I didn't want my spoon to blend in with the kids' spoons, although me and my 10-year-old daughter almost wear the same size shoe. She is a half size smaller than my shoe size, so I know she's definitely going to be a lot taller than me. Now I'm just going to put the frame on, and it's done. Let me know what you think of these projects down in the comments below, and thank you so much for watching and for subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye!